Good morning to all. I am Dr. N. Deepa, Economics Faculty from TSRWDC, Warangal East. Morning, I got a phone call from one of my students asking for the permission to submit her nativity certificate. Then I asked her, what is the reason? She said, Madam, as my parents are not here, they are in some other state. I need some time so that my parents will come back and apply in the MRO's office for the certificate. Then I asked her, please you come and meet my principal. So I think you could guess today's topic, that is on migration. The temporary or permanent movement of people from one place to another is called as migration. The basic reason for migration are higher employment, more wealth, better service, good climate, less crime, political stability, more fertile land, lower risk from natural hazard. Why do people migrate? People migrate due to push and pull factor. Push factor are those that causes people to leave an area. As you all know, recently we all have come across the floods and also the COVID, due to which so many people migrated from one place to another. Job security, better amenities like health, which made them to migrate from one place to another. Coming to next point, pull factor are those that encourage people to move to an area. That means here the people wantedly moving from one place to another place. They want to relocate them in the country where they can see themselves in a better prospect way. Usually people from India want to settle in developed countries to get better employment opportunity as well as basic amenities also to increase their standard of living. Coming to next point, types of migration, internal migration and external migration. Internal migration means moving within a state, country or continent, whereas external migration means moving to a different state, country or continent. As per the 2011 census report, over 4.1 crore daily wage earners migrated from rural to urban areas for work. Based on World Bank report, lockdown in India has impacted 40 million internal migrants. Four types of internal migration are rural to urban, urban to rural, rural to rural, urban to urban. Rural to urban means moving from village to city. About 450 million of 1.2 billion Indians migrated within a country. According to the 2011 census data, women outnumber men in making the rural to urban shift, mostly occurring within the states. As you all know that India is predominantly based on agriculture sector, where most of the people depend on agricultural activities and allied activities. They are shifting from agriculture to urban areas for their livelihood. That is, they are getting their employment in industrial sector. Why? Because in agriculture sector, there is a off season for them where they want to occupy themselves in industrial sector during that period to get their livelihoods. As there is greater degree of urbanization and industrialization where income is higher. For example, high rate of unemployment, poverty, low wage rate and small size of land holding. Coming to next, rural to rural migration. People moving from poorer regions travel to agriculturally rich and irrigated areas which have more work. 75% of the extreme poor base their livelihood on agricultural sector or other rural activities. Agriculturally prosperous areas undertaken by poorer group with no education and other assets. So usually rural to rural migration are mostly dependent on agriculturally based livelihood activities. Coming to next point, urban to urban migration. Spatial movement in India on account of provision of higher education like professional and technical education are not available in each district. Higher education motivate people of urban to move to metropolitan and big cities. As we all know that practically we are all facing the situation that in each district we don't have the professional education institution and technical institution, due to which people are moving to one place to other place to get the seat in technical and professional education institution, which we call as urban to urban migration. The employment for male and marriages for female were the main reasons for migration. One more example, villages have primary and higher secondary schools, while colleges and higher technical education centers are obviously restricted to urban areas. Coming to external migration, it refers to international migration such as labor migration. When people cross the political boundary of their home country to the other country, like forced migration. It will happen when there is threat to life and livelihood, for example, natural calamities and war. During this time, people would like to move from one country to other country to get their livelihood. Coming to next, circular migration. Movement of people between countries, including temporary or long-term movement, where people move from one country to other country in a circular form to get their livelihood activities. Irregular migration or undocumented migration. Stay or work in a country without the necessary authorization or documentation is called as irregular migration. The movement of persons that take place outside the laws, regulations, or international agreement governing the entry into or exit from the state of origin. This is called as irregular migration. For example, if a person crosses an international boundary without a valid passport or travel document or do not fulfill the administrative requirements for leaving the country. Now, I would like to quickly review what all I have covered during this session. We have gained an understanding about migration and various kinds of migration. We also learned that migrations refers to the circumstance of the people crossing one administrative authority to another in the same country or another. As migration plays a major contributor of social changes throughout history, since there is a need to understand the migration process and the factors that motivate or force people to migrate. Thus, internal and external migration is classified to several categories based on various criteria. Thank you.